In my world, some of the sexiest things a man can do is drive a truck, own tools, and know how to use them. Welcome in, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything beauty, fitness, and lifestyle for the over 50 and over 60 woman. I'm so glad you stopped by today. If you're new, I hope you'll consider subscribing while you're here and make sure you click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you want all the good stuff delivered straight to your inbox every Sunday morning, I send out a Sunday morning email newsletter. It's very short, very sweet, very free, and in it I include all the cool things that I found throughout the week that I would tell you about if we were out having coffee together. I might include sales or a good piece of information or a great thing that I purchased that I'm really loving. Anything that I think is worth knowing about goes in the Sunday morning email newsletter. You can click the link in the description box down below. It's super easy. I think you're gonna love it. I grew up in Northern California around family. Oh my gosh, so much family. Grandparents, aunts, uncles, second aunts, second cousins. It was just a whole lot of us there in Northern California. Now, mind you, this was a long time ago. Things were very different. It was very rural where I grew up, and those of us who were living there, it was kind of like we were establishing the community. I had a huge family, and most of my family, the older generations, had come through the whole Texas oil field generation, or that time in our history where there was a lot of work in the Texas oil fields. From there, they moved to Northern California, and I'll tell you what, the men in my family knew how to do stuff. I'm not kidding you. My grandfather and my great uncle built the house that I grew up in, and I graduated from high school with the kids I went to kindergarten with. That's how much of a steady community lifestyle I had. And my grandfather and my uncle and a few of the other family members did everything from clearing the property to pouring the foundation all the way up to putting on the roof. The rest of us little kids, our job was site cleanup. In other words, we cleaned up the nails and the old pieces of 2x4 and just kept everything very tidy for the workers, which were the men in my family. I'm telling you what, the men in my family they were so good at what they did. Most of them could, just like my grandfather and my uncle, build a house from the ground floor up. They could bait a hook, dress a chicken, put in a garden. These guys knew how to do stuff, and they all had tools. What that kind of instilled in me is a real love and appreciation for men who know how to do stuff. In other words, I love a man that drives a truck because that tells me he's active, he's doing stuff, and if he's got tools and he knows how to use them, oh my gosh, that's just icing on the cake for me, because that's what I grew up with, and that's what I really value in men. Of course, I value men, but the ones that I find very attractive are the ones who know how to do things. They know how to build stuff, they know how to fix things, they know how to be a dude, and that is very, very attractive to me. It seems like we're kind of losing that a little bit. I'm not so sure that a lot of the men in later generations have that same sense of know how to do stuff, know how to build stuff, know how to make things work. I don't know. What do you think? I'm curious because I am so ingrained in that whole men that know how to do things. And I mean, all the men in my family are very, very, I think of the word handy, but it's even more than handy. I mean, they just get stuff done. Now, the women, they were cooking and canning and caring for the garden. The men would put the garden in, the women would care for the garden. They sewed, they made clothes. I mean, they were handy. This was the handy generation where people were very, very involved in the things in their life. And I really do admire it and love it. And I think I've carried some of those skills with me today. I do like to be involved in my life and do things. But as far as men go, men that can do stuff, oh, I love those men. I just really do. So here's my question for you. What is sexy or attractive to you in men? Is it men that can do stuff? Is it good communicators? Is it, I don't know, breadwinners, whatever? Now, the men in my family were not educated, and I'm thinking back, I'm pretty sure that I and one of my brothers were the first ones really to get a college education. And when I think about that now, I wish I had the money back. I learned so much more just being in business on my own than I ever learned in college. I could use that money today, but it's gone. So I can't really say that college improved anything for the people in my family. I think that the men that really grew up learning how to do things and then doing things and becoming a very, very strong pillar in their family, that to me is attractive. What I want to know is, what do you think is attractive? What really hits your hot button when it comes to men? I'm curious. I think we ought to talk about it, don't you? So this is how it goes. I wake up in the morning, I put the coffee on, I feed the animals, I kind of have a little time to myself, I do my red lights, maybe some devices, and then I open my computer. And one of the first things that I do after I open my computer is I check my emails. And every morning, without fail, there is a brick of emails in my work email of companies wanting me to talk about their products. Now, most of these people I've never even heard of or never even talked to before. And they'll say things like, hey, paid sponsorship, we want you to talk about our product. And I find this so very offensive. That to me is not the way to approach someone like me. It's the worst. And you know what I do? Delete, 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 delete. It's one right after another. They do such a poor job of connecting with people like me, at least in my opinion, that is very, very rare for me to find a new company that I'm excited about. It really is like finding a needle in a haystack. I'm not kidding you. And if anybody knows, I'm one of them because I'm exposed to all the companies trying to get the word out there about them. Every now and again, I find a company that I think, wow, there's something worth talking about, because they're either solving a different problem, they're solving it in a unique way, they're solving it in a new way. In other words, it has to be something worth talking about. There are a lot of companies, particularly skincare companies, those seem to be the one that really want to get people to talk about them. There are a lot of companies that do a good line. They do a good skincare line. However, when I look at the line and I look at the price point and I look at the ingredients, oftentimes I really can't say that they're doing something better or different or solving a unique problem than a lot of the other companies that are a little bit more established that I've used before and worked with before. I don't see much improvement in that process. So even though they're good, I might not necessarily talk about them because they're not doing anything unique or different. Every now and again, and honestly, it maybe happens once or twice a year, and I get emails every single day, so think about that. There's just a lot of companies that are sifted through by me. Every now and again, I find a company and I go, wow, they're doing something really different, they're doing something unique, they're solving a problem in a unique way. And long build up, I've found one of these companies, and I really am so excited about it. How I was introduced to them is they sent me one of those emails, you know, hey, we'd like for you to talk about our products. What I'll do every now and again, if the email is well written and if they seem to have a professional demeanor in their email, I will click over to their website and look at their product line. I want to see what they have in their line. I want to see their price point. I want to read a little bit about the company. I want to see if it's worth going to the next step. This company, there was something about it that really kind of intrigued me. So I emailed them back and I said, here's how I work. First of all, before we even have a discussion, you have to send me your products so I can try them for a while. The second step is if I like the products, I need to get on a Zoom call with a principal in your company or somebody in your company that's going to be able to answer my questions. And then if all goes well, and I feel good about you guys, not only from a product quality standpoint, but from an integrity standpoint. To me, integrity is almost the most important thing, because a company can screw up, but if they have good integrity, then I'm good with it, because everybody makes mistakes. But if the integrity is missing, I don't care how good your product is, when the chips are down, are you going to do the right thing? So I tried this line of products, and I know you guys are wondering, what is it? What is it? I'll get there in just a minute. So I tried the products. I was really blown away. And there's a lot of really cool things about this line that I'm so excited about. So I tried them, and then I got on a Zoom call with one of the gals at the company, and I said, you guys, I love this line. It's amazing. It really solves a problem. I love it. Now, before I even tell you what the company is, I just want to let you know that their skincare is in my skincare bucket. You guys know this is my skincare bucket. That's what I'm using right now. I really do love the product line. Okay, now your next question is, all right, Kimberly, enough. What is it? It's a company called Go Pure. If you've heard of Go Pure, good for you. If you haven't, you're going to be excited to hear about this, particularly if you're new to skincare and the whole dang thing is just too confusing for you, or if you just don't want to deal with skincare. If you just want to have the basics that's going to really work on your skin and get on with your life without learning a lot of stuff, this line is for you. It is so good, and they've done some very, very cool things that I'm going to share with you now. The first thing I want to tell you is that it's a very abbreviated line of skincare. In other words, if you were to go on the Ordinary website and try to set up a beginning skincare routine and you didn't know anything about skincare, you would be confused. You just would. They have eliminated that confusion at Go Pure. It is the answer to anyone who doesn't understand skincare and doesn't want to learn about it. You got other things to do with your life. You just want a really good routine that's going to get you results. These are the guys that have done it, and they've done it in such a brilliant way. First of all, you can order a complete skincare set from them so very easily. This is a larger set, this is a smaller set, and they have done it in such a beautifully clean, well-organized, easy to understand way. And what I can tell you is not only is it super easy to understand their line and understand what you need, it is really good skincare. I am loving the formulations. One of the things that they have done that I am such a fan of, and you guys are going to know this and it's going to make you laugh, they have color-coded their bottles. Genius in my mind. How many times have you been in the bathroom wanting to do your skincare, but you don't have your glasses, you don't want to go get them, and you don't know which bottle is which? They have beautifully solved that problems by color coordinating their bottles. The vitamin C is orange. Brilliant. The niacinamide is blue. Brilliant. The hyaluronic acid is green. Brilliant. It's so wonderful because they have made it so very easy to use their line. Another thing that I love about this line is the simplicity and the clarity with which they handle skincare. You guys know that my little mantra for skincare is you want vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, a moisturizer, and then whatever you use for sunscreen. You want a brightener, a tightener, a nourisher, a hydrator, and then whatever moisturizer and sunscreen you choose. Putting together a basic skincare routine is so simple. You really just need some basic elements. You want your skin brighter, you want your skin tighter, you want to nourish your skin, you want to moisturize and hydrate your skin, and they have done that. So they have all these little kits that you can get, and boom, you're just about done. So this is the Hydrate, the Vitamin C, and the Lift and Firm Serum, which is their retinol product. I would add the niacinamide to this if you want. You could get away with just this and a moisturizer. This line of skincare is so very good, and they have made it so easy to put together a good skincare routine. If you are over the whole skincare thing, if you don't want to learn about it, but you want better skin, or if you just want it to be super easy, this line is really worth checking out. And here's another great part. They're so affordable. They are a brilliant company. They're super affordable. They do tout that their active ingredients are at a higher percentage than other companies. I'm not sure about that. I don't know about that. I would imagine they are, or they wouldn't say it, because they really do have a lot of integrity. The company was founded by a husband and wife who were in the skincare industry in other corporations, and they decided, you know what, let's just break away and put together something different and something new. And in my opinion, they absolutely have. Let me show you what I've been using in my skincare routine from their line. The first one is the vitamin C. I love this vitamin C serum. Not only is it a great formulation, it feels really good on the skin, but boy, it does an incredible job of brightening your complexion. You always want a vitamin C in your skincare routine because not only does it brighten your skin, but it's a great antioxidant. The next thing that I am loving, and it's in my skincare bucket, I've been using it for quite some time now, probably close to 2 months, is the 10% niacinamide booster. This is a brilliant niacinamide. It's beautiful. And one thing about their product line is it is clean, clean, clean. There's no endocrine disruptors, there's no toxins. It is all beautifully, wonderfully clean. So if clean ingredients is really important to you in your skincare, this line is a beautiful example of that. The third thing that I've been using and absolutely loving is called their Hydrate and Smooth Serum. This is their triple hyaluronic acid with vitamin I. I think that's vitamin I. I can't read it. It's too small. These 3 serums are absolutely beautiful, and I believe you can even get these 3 in a set. You'll have to look on the website. They have all these little kits that are so easy to understand. The reason that I feel like they have solved a problem that really wasn't being addressed by other skincare companies is they've made it really super easy to put together a skincare routine. It's A, B, and C: hydrate, moisturize, sunscreen, and there you go. They have a couple of brilliant moisturizers in the routine. This is a glycopeptide anti-wrinkle moisturizer. Peptides are so wonderful. They also have an advanced repair eye cream. So if you're looking for an eye cream, you might want to take a look at this one. This moisturizer is very good. Is it my favorite? No, but it's very, very good. In other words, I would list it as one of the moisturizers that I really like. If you're curious, go on over to the Go Pure, I think it's gopurebeauty.com. I'll have it listed down below. Go over to their website and take a look. Their formulations are beautiful. They're color coded, ladies. That's brilliant right there. Even if that was all they did, I would probably be enthusiastic about it. These are the things I love about this line. First of all, clean, clean, clean. They really do focus on clean skin ingredients with no toxins. Secondly, the formulas are brilliant. Third, the bottles are color coordinated. Hello, that's brilliant. Fourth, the price point is wonderful. And fifth, I think the company is a good company. In other words, I think they come from the right place. Really good skincare, really good ingredients, really good results. So Go Pure, they made the cut. This is a needle in a haystack when it comes to skincare products. I will have everything listed down below. I would imagine you're going to be seeing this company on my channel for a while. I really am that enthusiastic about it. So again, if you are new to skincare and you're totally confused, this line is worth checking out. If you want a good skincare routine without having to learn a whole bunch of stuff and figure out stuff, this line is great for you to check out too. It makes it so easy to put together an affordable, effective, clean skincare routine. Go Pure. I think you're going to really like it.
Yeah, it's a hot day. I'm hanging in the sunshine. You should hit me with a splash gun so I cool down. Won't you come on over? We can party till the sun's down. Baby, let me buy you a drink from a dance in a blink. I could go for some queen chill.
It's Saturday morning, farmer's market at Brownwood Square. It's about 8:30 in the morning. It is sunny, a little bit cool. It's just a glorious day. I actually am kind of looking forward to laying out by the pool today. I'm here because I want to pick up a few things from Villages Grown. And then I also want to show you guys the vendors that I look for that I stay away from at the farmer's market. And I'm going to give you some tips about how to find the growers who are really growing quality produce as opposed to the ones that maybe not so much. Today I'm going to be picking up some microgreens from the Villages Grown stand. And I'll have to tell you, a couple of girlfriends and I did the tour at Villages Grown. It was so interesting. They are an hydroponic grower, and the towers they have and the system they have set up is just fascinating. And if you go do the tour, they walk you through everything. They tell you how they grow it. It's really very fascinating. So it made me even a bigger fan of Villages Grown. Today, I'm going to be picking up some microgreens, and you're going to be asking me, Kimberly, you grow microgreens. Why are you buying them? And the truth is that I haven't set up my microgreens growing stand yet. I've got lots of other projects to do first. Villages Grown grows beautiful microgreens. at a very affordable price. So today I'm just going to be buying them and happy to do so.
We can take the roller coaster, and you know everybody's looking for a ride in the water slide. Surfing on a wave of good feelings. Well, it's just another Friday in paradise. So bring your A game, 'cause you know this.
So today I got a container of the broccoli microgreens, which has sulforaphane in it, which is really so good for you. And then I get my eggs from Villages Grown. They got a connection with a egg person, and these eggs are beautiful. The yolks are deep gold yellow, and they're plump and just absolutely beautiful. So this is my haul today from one of my favorite vendors out here at the market, Villages Grown. So I'm just about to show you guys a produce vendor that I would not shop at. And knowing what's going on in your region and what is growing is kind of important to be able to determine who you want to buy from and who you kind of want to stay away from. In my area right now, it is the middle of summer. It's super hot and it's been super wet, very, very rainy. My garden looks like it's been mauled and beat up. It's terrible. And the yield is very, very slim right now. And it's the same way for almost any vegetable right now in my area. The vendors that I buy from are not here anymore. They won't be back until probably the fall. When I see vendors here selling produce that I know is not in season, and when they have a wide variety of produce and fruits that I know are grown in different climates in different regions, that's a red flag for me. Because what they have done, most likely, is gone to a produce wholesaler and bought a bunch of produce that's from who knows where and grown by who knows who, and they're reselling it under kind of a farmer's market label. That's not what I want. What I'm looking for is that person who is so fanatical about growing incredibly beautiful, healthful vegetables that they are passionate, that they do everything right because it's their mission in life. They couldn't do it any other way. They want to do it that way. When I see the kind of produce stand that I'm going to show you in just a few minutes, I steer clear because this is not homegrown local produce. This is produce that's shipped in. It's most likely been sprayed. You don't know what it's been sprayed. You don't know how long it's been sitting in these boxes or how long it's been sitting in the warehouse before that vendor went and picked it up. So let's go ahead and take a look at one of the type of stands that I don't buy from. I won't tell you who it is because I'm not sure where they got the produce. I just know it's not the type of produce that I'm looking for. So here's the type of stand that I stay away from. And if you'll notice, there is celery, which is a cold weather vegetable, as well as bananas, which is a tropical vegetable. Back there is cucumbers and watermelons. And then over here are lettuces. And goodness gracious, you can't grow lettuces right now in my area unless you've got a greenhouse. And right next to it is beets. So my question and what I walk away wondering is, where did this all come from? Because these are different climate vegetables in the wrong season, and it's confusing to me. Another giveaway is, look down here at these boxes, wholesale vine ripened tomatoes and peppers. So my guess, I don't know for sure because I don't know this vendor, is that they show up at a wholesale vegetable house, get all this stuff, and then pile it up on the table to make it look more homegrown and organic. So this is the type of vendor that I stay away from. I want to know who's growing my food, how it's been treated, and I really look for those growers who are super passionate about what they bring to market. So I've got my microgreens and my wonderful, beautiful eggs, and it's time for me to head back home. One of my favorite foods on the planet It's not lobster, it's not filet mignon, it's a burger. I'm not kidding you. Oftentimes when it's my eat anything day, that's exactly where I'll go to get a burger. I don't go to fast food restaurants. I go to a scratch local restaurant to get my burger. Nevertheless, that's one of my favorite foods. I want to share with you guys today a little recipe that I have come up with that helps me capture a little bit of that burger flavor at home without all the things that I'm not looking for, which is the GMO wheat and the seed oils in the dressing and all the other things that don't really fit into my healthy lifestyle. Let me go ahead and grab a spoon and I'll show you guys what I'm cooking up here. What I've discovered about my love for burgers, a lot of it is the sauce that they put on the burger. If you've ever been to a burger joint, you know, like In-N-Out Burger or Five Guys or something, oftentimes the sauce is what makes it for me. I have figured out a way to make a really healthful sauce at home that I can then put on a hamburger ground beef patty, and it really does ring all the bells. For me, I love it. It's one of my favorite meals. I'm going to walk you guys through how I do it and what my thinking is behind it. The first thing that I have done right here is I have chopped up some red onion and a dill pickle. Part of the flavor that I love about a burger is the onion and the pickle. So I definitely want that in my sauce. This is really a clean version of a Thousand Island dressing sauce with lots of onions and lots of pickles in it. One of the things that I don't like about store-bought Thousand Island dressing is that it's made with seed oil and a whole bunch of chemicals. I don't want anything in my diet that has those ingredients. So today we're going to be working with an avocado oil mayonnaise. This is from Primal Kitchen. This is probably one of the most popular lines to get condiments without seed oils. I'm pretty sure they also have an olive oil version of this. The next thing we're going to be using today is a sugar-free ketchup. I'm sure you know ketchup is filled with sugar. It really is. That's one of the reasons we love it so much. This is a sugar-free ketchup from G. Hughes, and I bought the set that came with ketchup and 2 barbecue sauces, and I am enjoying them both. I'm enjoying all 3 of them. One of the things about this ketchup though is that it really is sweet, like almost too sweet for my taste. So what I do is I cut it for this dressing with a little bit of tomato paste in a tube. Have you ever bought one of these tubes? These are so stinking handy when you need some tomato paste but you don't want a whole can, you know, those little cans of tomato paste. This is wonderful. Now this brand is Amore and it is made in Italy, which means it's non-GMO. I don't know if you know this, but the US allows so many more toxins and pesticides in our food supply than other countries. Usually when you're getting something from another country, it's going to be cleaner and more healthful than what you're going to get here in the US. Sad, I know, but true. I'm going to cut some of the sweetness of that ketchup with this tomato paste. I'm going to take my little 1 cup glass container. These are so handy. I bought another set. I use them so often, probably because I'm one person, you know, those little bitty leftovers. This is 1 cup. So I'm going to go ahead and put my pickles in here and my red onion. Let me get all of these in here. And as far as amounts go, I would say that I have about 1/4 cup of each, but you really need to do it for what works for you, how much pickle flavor you like and how much onion flavor you like. So I have my pickles and onions in this container. Now I'm going to take some of my avocado oil mayonnaise and I'm going to put it in here. Then I'm going to add a little bit of tomato paste. And again, don't ask me for measurements. This is just kind of eyeballing it. Your tongue might like something a little bit different. Now I'm going to go in with my sugar-free ketchup. I'm going to shake it up first because you know how it kind of separates. And that's going to add a nice little gentle sweetness, but I don't want it quite as sweet as that ketchup is on its own. Then I'm just going to mix this up. And here we are. I have a homemade, healthful alternative to bottled Thousand Island dressing that goes great on a burger. Now, one of my favorite meals is to take a hamburger patty. This package is from Moink. There's lots of companies that sell grass-fed, grass-finished beef. You can find them on the internet, or I did a video about it a few weeks ago. This company is Moink. So I'll cook up one of these burger patties. I'll top it with this Thousand Island dressing sauce and then eat it with a sliced avocado. I'm telling you what, that's absolutely one of my favorite meals. And with the onion and pickle flavor in this dressing, I don't miss the bun. I don't miss any of that. It really does hit all those flavor desires. I think if you try it, you're gonna love it. I want to thank you so much for stopping by today. I hope you found this video fun, useful, and helpful. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. You guys know it just tickles me when you take a few minutes out of your day to spend it with me. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. Again, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything beauty, fitness, and lifestyle for the over 50 and over 60 woman. Everybody says you're over 60. Yes, I know. I'm clear. Make it a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.